Hi everyone, so now we are discussing a singleton design pattern. So singleton design pattern is again belonging to the category of creational design patterns. So it has everything to do about creating objects. So what exactly do we mean by a singleton design pattern? So singleton design patterns, as its name itself indicates, only one object can be created. So whenever you have one design scenario in which you can afford creating only one object, that is a time when you have to use singleton design patterns. That means only one object. If someone else wants the object of that, just return the same object to the users. So please do not create greater than one objects when it is singleton. Singleton meaning only one object. There are some generic implementation of singleton wherein we have, suppose we have a pool of connections, pool of database connections to be used, say 10 or 100 or say 1000. I can't exceed about 1000. So that is a time when people use the generic version of singleton wherein they limit on the object creation process to max 100. Suppose the pool size is 100, they don't allow the object 101th to be created. Just 100 is the max limit. So that is a generic version of singleton. But normally singleton, when we say there is a limit of one object, just one object can be created. Okay. So when to use the singleton pattern? Use the singleton pattern when there must be exactly one instance of a class and it must be accessible to the clients from a well-known access point. Please remember that it is not only about creating only one object, but it must be accessible to the clients from a well-known access point. And you have a class whose objects are intended to be used as read-only. So if you want to create an object which has to be used as read-only, then singleton is the answer for you. So the first question that you have to raise to yourself is, do I need to create only one instance of the class, and whether you want it to be used as a read only. So these are the two questions that you have to raise to yourself, and based on your answer you can decide whether to use a singleton pattern or no. Okay, so that's a singleton pattern all about. So you have to ensure that a class only has a one instance and provide a global point of access to it. So here I have a UML diagram of a singleton in which I have one instance variable. So this instance variable will save the object of this singleton class, and there is a get instance function which will return the value of this variable. So whoever wants to use your object have to call this function get instance, and there will be logic of controlling object creation to one instance inside this get instance. So get instance will have a logic in it which will control object creation to only one. So very first time when someone asks for your object, get instance will create a new object and it will return that object. Second time when someone asks for your object, get instance will know that the object is already created before, and it will return a reference to that object that was already created earlier. It won't create a new copy, but it will return a reference to the object that it created the very first time. Now see, again someone calls your get instance third time. Now get instance will again come to know that object is already created for the very first time. So it will return a reference to the object that was created in the very first instance itself. So irrespective of how many times people call your get instance function function will intelligently know that you have created the object once, and it won't create object again and again, but it will just return the reference to the very first object that was created. Make sense? So if you want to limit the object creation to one, singleton is the answer for you. If you want to use it for read only, singleton is the answer for you. Now here is the code example of the singleton design pattern which I would like to explain to you all. So the first class that I've drawn here is class called mySingle. In this, I have a instance function. So the get instance function that I had explained in my previous slide, it is exactly same as the instance function here. So you can imagine that this instance is exactly same as get instance function, which have to be public function in my class, and it has to be static. I made it static here. Okay, so this instance function returns the object of type mySingle, because whoever wants to create an object of mySingle will invoke this function instance, who will get the object mySingle. So I have also defined a function called say hello, just to make it fancy. It is just going to print hello world on the screen, nothing big deal. It will just print hello world on the screen. Now the main important point here is the constructor of this class have to be made private. I repeat, constructor of this class have to be made private. You should not allow object creation of this class accidentally from outside, because if you make the constructor public, any guy will be able to create object of your class. So the main intention of using singleton design pattern goes right away here if you make the constructor public. That's why never make your constructor public when you are implementing singleton design pattern. I repeat, never ever make the constructor public when you are implementing a singleton design pattern. Always make your constructor private while implementing singleton design pattern. Always make your constructor private while implementing singleton design pattern. Then I have the instance variable I showed on my previous slide in the UML diagram. So this sm_inst is my instance variable which will save the object that I am creating. So I have used auto PTR for that, saving it. Okay. So this is the singleton class. Now let's go to the function definitions. Since I used this instance member as a static, I am defining it outside. Now let's see the instance function definition here. If this variable dot get is 0, that means object is not yet created. Then create a new mySingle object and save it into this variable. I repeat, check if this variable already contains mySingle object. If this variable does not contain mySingle object, create a new mySingle object and save it into this variable and return that object. Return the new object that you have created. So let's consider the very first time when someone invokes your instance function. Will this variable contain an object? No, because this is the first time. So get will return you a 0. So it will create a new mySingle object and it will return that. Second time when someone invokes your instance function, what will be get of this variable? It will be the object, mySingle object, because it is already contained. It will already contain the new object that you created for the very first time in it. So second time when someone calls the instance function, this variable will already have a mySingle object. So this get won't be 0. So we are returning the same object to the user. Let's consider third time if someone invokes your instance function. This variable still contains the very first object that you had created. So get will return you non-zero. So again it will return the very first object that you created. If someone invokes the instance function for the fourth time, for the fifth time, for the 10th time, for the 100th time, every time this instance is invoked, this variable will always have the very first object you created. Always it will have the very first object you created. And this function will always return a reference to the same object that was created for the very first time. So we create the object only once, that is very first time, and for the remaining invocation of instance we return a copy of the same guy. We return the reference of the same. Don't even create a new copy. We just return a reference to the same object that we created for the very first time. So this is the main entry point. So I call the instance function. So what will happen when I call an instance function for the very first time? I am calling it, this variable won't have anything, so it will create a new object and it will return reference to it. Now this object is not equal to 0 because I already got the object. Then you invoke say hello for that object. Say hello will print hello world on the screen. Simple. So second time, suppose as someone calls instance after this, it will again return the same object that I created for the very first time. So irrespective of how many times I call instance function, it will always return to me the very first object that was created. Simple. So I'll again explain this example to you all. So I have a singleton class called mySingle. In this I have a function called instance, which will have the full internal logic to create only one object. And if someone is calling this instance function again and again, it will have the logic to return only the first object that was created. Then I have a say hello function, which is just defined to make the program fancy, just to print hello world on the screen. Key point to remember in the singleton design pattern is make the constructor private. Please make the constructor private while implementing a singleton design pattern. The reason being, because if you make it public, anyone will be able to create object of your class. So the whole purpose of using singleton pattern will go away. Hence, make your constructor private. The next is use the variable, so saving the object that you created. Then let's go through the function definitions. I have this variable here, and let's see what logic my instance function has. I am checking whether this variable already has an object in it. Since if it doesn't have an object, that will happen only for the very first time, then create a new mySingle object and save in that variable and return that object. So second time if someone calls the instance, this variable will already contain the mySingle object, so it will return the same object. Third time if someone calls, again this variable already has the object that was created in the very first point, return that object. So irrespective of how many times I call this instance function, every time it will return the same object to the user, which was created only for the very first time. Clear? So that's all I had on the singleton design pattern. Thank you.